And now it's time for us to show some love to our sponsors over at DraftKings. Y'all know by now it's time to get our pick set for our pick six. Real easy to follow. We're going to select two or more players, and we're going to put together a pick set with points, rebounds, assists, or whatever we like. And we're going to go more or less, more or less. Truly very simple to follow. So simple that even I can do it. Last week, we did it again, folks. We went 3 out of 4. I am trying my hardest. I'm trying my damnest to get that 4 out of 4. We are always one player off. This past week, it was Jamal Murray, who's been on a phenomenal tear, who has been lighting the league up. I think he is probably going to make his first All-Star game this season. He fell short for us by a few points. We had him at 27.5. We took the more. He only ended up with 21 points there against the Toronto Raptors in a win for the Denver Nuggets. They won. I guess that's all that matters. But we're gonna follow things up with Jamal Murray one of these weeks, the way that he's been balling. We also had Anthony Edwards. We took the more on his points. He went for 30, gave us some breathing room there by half a point. We took him at 29.5, and he hit that with 30. So shout out to Anthony Edwards. He's been a guy that I feel is like has been good money. Anytime we've picked Anthony Edwards, he's delivered for us for the most part. He might have one or two misses on a year, but I think this is a well that you keep going to as the season progresses. Darius Garland, 5.5 assists. We took the more there against the Phoenix Suns and the Cavs win. He was able to get 6 assists, another guy that barely got it for us, but we don't need them to get that more by too much. As long as they cover it, they cover it. So shout out to Darius Garland there. I don't believe that his assists will stay at 5.5. So if you were able to ride that wave and get some of those 5.5s off, good for you. But at this point, I think Darius Garland is surging back up to probably 7 to 7.5 assists, but we'll check back in there. And then another guy similar to Anthony Edwards that I think is just has been, for me at least, for me, because he has his nights here and there where he's probably not delivering. But Zion Williamson, we took him for 23.5 against the Chicago Bulls, who can't really defend much, and he gave us 31 points. This was one where he was able to get the more with a lot of breathing room. So shout out to Zion Williamson, Anthony Edwards, and Darius Garland, and Jamal Murray. We will be back with you in the next coming weeks or so, because I believe that hot streak has not ended yet for Jamal Murray. This week, though, we don't have Jamal Murray. We don't have Anthony Edwards. But we do have a guy that I think I'm probably going to start leaning more on, and that's Michael Porter Jr. I'm taking Michael Porter Jr. points, and we're going more. This is a guy that I think is going to sneak into his first All-Star game as well. He's giving them around almost 25 points a night. Difficult shot taker, difficult shot maker, and he's really been fun to watch this season. One of my favorite players this season, and I just love his story. I love his mentality and the fact that he was able to turn a situation that was not its best to the point where they had to go, and trade him. And now he's kind of turned a low moment into a high point for himself. So shout out to Michael Porter Jr. and the Brooklyn Nets. And then we got Karl-Anthony Towns, who, Monday night did not look too well against the Detroit Pistons. Beef Stew and those guys' level of physicality kind of took him out of that game. But I'm expecting him against the Clippers to have a bounce-back performance and bounce-back night. And I'm taking the points for here with more. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have a bounce-back game. He isn't one of those guys that has too many games that look like what he looked like against the Pistons. So I think he's going to get his act together there. And then we have Mark Williams of the Phoenix Suns. We're taking more for his rebounds. Mark Williams has been really good this year, kind of a rejuvenation from those Hornets years where he was, having a hard time staying healthy. And I've just been loving what he's been giving the Suns, and I love this Suns team altogether. And so I'm going with Mark Williams, hitting the more for their rebounds. And then last but not least, Giannis Antetokounmpo is back, so we're going to rock with his points, rebounds, and assists and more. I love guys like Giannis who do a little bit of everything. It allows us to not have to focus too much on one particular statistic. If he gets double-digit rebounds with 20-plus points and, 6 or 7 assists, he leads us to the more very easily. So those are my pick set for this week. For those of you who haven't checked out DraftKings Pick 6 yet, there's an exclusive offer waiting for you. Right now, new DraftKings customers can play 5 and get $50 in bonus picks. All you have to do is download the Pick 6 app and use promo code ENJOY when you sign up. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Texas, California, and Missouri. So don't be afraid to get in on the action. Ride the upside with Pick 6.